Hey guys, welcome back to another week in the Arctic.
Today we're heading further south down to a town called Luleå. We're going to go and check out the outskirts of an old town called Gammelstad. So we'll bring you guys along with us.
Let's see what we can find.
Welcome to Gammelstad.
One of only 16 church towns left in the whole of Sweden. So let's have a look around and hopefully I don't burst into flames when I go through those doors. Luleå Church is the largest medieval church in the Nordics. It was built during the 15th century and believed to be finished in 1492. Gammelstad is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is home to 405 cottages. The 405 cottages were used by local farmers who lived in areas surrounding. Sometimes it was too far to come in, worship while you were here and go out all in one day. So the cottages would be used by the local farmers to stay overnight after worship and then return to the farm the next day. Let's make some use out of this.
So we don't fall on our ass. Mush, mush.
We will say that you can rent your own sled here, but when you own one like a local, now that's the place to be.
Well, Gammelstad was lovely and we definitely recommend if you're in the area, come and have a look around.
For now, we're heading south to see some friends. So let's hit the road. This morning we left Umeå. We've been tracking weather for the last couple of days and we've been noticing some quite high winds building. It was only today that those high winds have hit and we've been battling headwinds all day. And now that we've turned slightly off the E4 because we're off to go and see our good friends Ash and Marie. Now that we've turned off the E4, we are battling really bad side winds. So anytime there's an opening of the trees, the van just gets blown, well, basically wherever it wants to go. Yeah, so let's take you along, see what we get up to. Windy as we're still sliding on that.
Come on, no.
This is deep.
As you can see, we are well and truly beached. So Alex and Ash are outside trying to get us out of the ditch. So once again, Ash is to our rescue. Thank you, Ash. So things didn't quite exactly go to plan on the way to Ash and Marie's, and we found ourselves in a ditch. Basically just there's such high winds and the drifts are coming across the road, which leaves thick snow areas that we have to get through, and we went through one of them and it just dragged the van into the ditch. So this is where we are at the minute. Alex and Ash have tried a couple times to try and get us out, but nothing seems to be working at the minute because we're in at such angles. So we've just dropped off the side of the tarmac, which we need to try and get ourselves back up onto. So yeah, they're just working out together at the minute, and I'm thankfully in the nice warm cab.
Yeah. Oh, there goes something.
What was that?
I think it's strap.
So an update, we're still in the ditch as daylight is closing in on us slowly, but fortunately Ash has called in a friend who's got a bulldozer to try and pull us out, so fingers crossed for us, guys.
Whoa.
Put your hand out the window.
Right.
You've got your window down?
Yeah. Just wait. So this is the situation. We've attempted it with that's sliding, and now, yeah, Ash is very kindly digging it out at the minute. We tried pulling it out with the Pajero in front, but it just wasn't having it, and we snapped a strop. So we're now waiting for a bigger tractor to pull us out.
The tractor's here now, everybody. Darkness is definitely upon us now. We've got a farmer, the tractor, and lots of other people are helping us right now. I can confirm we are finally out.
So, I think we owe you a little recap of what happened last night. Let's head down to where it happened and we can go through in detail why we didn't just recover with the winch in the first place. This is where our little comeuppance happened last night, where I basically messed up. So here was an entire snowdrift that came out to roughly where I'm stood. Now, the lane ends here. So I should have been well over there. And this is what I ended up going into, which is straight off the side of the road. So now that Ash has been through with the plough, you can see here is where I kicked up a load of salt and crap, which means my driver's wheel was here and I was there. Now that he's ploughed it, you can see there's all this additionally, which was probably about this high in snow, and you just had no idea where the road went. Many of you are probably wondering why we didn't just winch in the first place, because all we essentially had to do was overcome this, which in fairness is quite deep. And when it's front wheel drive, open diff, path of least resistance, that side was spinning. So all we had to do was get over that. And the tree was this one here. So it's essentially a very spindly birch tree. Now we're full on water, we're full on diesel. We've got spare tyres under the bed. We probably weigh just under 3.5 tonne. We're at our heaviest point, and we didn't know if those birch trees would hold us or not. So Ash very kindly rang the local farmer, who came with a telehandler and tried to pull us out. Here is where we tried to come back. But the issue was, the more it pulled us into the bank, rather than actually pulling us out and coming up, because you can't go far enough over that way to hoik the back end up. So we tried digging this bank out to use it as a bit of a buffer to run the van out. That didn't happen. As you can see in the video, the tractor actually straightens trying to pull the van out. So the farmer walked around the front rather amused and said, "Ha, you've got a winch. Winch yourself to the tree." So we did. And then at that point, it came out in moments. But when you don't know what you're winching to, and I go to walk down into the bank and disappear down to my gentleman's regions, and the tree's still another 6-7 feet away from you, it's also very difficult to get to stuff, because there is one hell of a bank off the side of this road, which was the other concern. If any of this snow went, the van would have rolled. We were nowhere near rollover, but if this had have given way, there is probably, I think, something like a 4-foot ditch down into this. Lessons learnt from this. Much like any off-roading, get out and walk. We'd seen the snow drifts. I mean, in fairness, there was nothing to lead me to believe that I couldn't just drive through, because I already had through many of them. Luck of the draw, 60-mile-an-hour winds, getting dark. Yeah, the big snow drifts. We've been driving along all day hitting snow drifts and it had been fine. It was just this. I'd obviously ridden the edge with the tyre. By the time I was on the edge, it just pulled us straight in, and at that point, there was nothing you could do. So yeah, that winch paid for itself last night, it's safe to say. We need to clean the wheels out, because obviously with all this snow and ice compacted in there, we will have balancing issues. So the best tool Jess has found not to damage the wheels is...
Tangle teaser, not sponsored, just seems to do the trick.
Yeah, hairbrush. Job's good. After the fiasco last night, let's tidy up all the winching equipment. So guys, we've just made it to tonight's park up. Really hope you've enjoyed this week's video. I hope you've enjoyed our misfortunes and got a bit of a laugh out of it. Once again, a massive thank you to Ash and Marie for once again saving our asses. The last time, obviously, when we had -37, and this time when we managed to leave the road just on their driveway. They've both got channels, so we'll link those down below. They both do fantastic filming, so I highly recommend you go and check those out. But yeah, that's where we're going to leave you for this week. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.